Fitness 2J2 is a socially responsible, community-based health and wellness company. When I first came up with the idea of starting a fitness company, a health and wellness company, and I talked to my family about it, and they were supportive of it, and I wanted to come up with a name that would be able to make reference to them. So the J is for Joel, and I have 2 boys and 2 girls. So we came up with the idea of the logo of the arrowhead as well. Being an Indigenous company, we wanted to be able to make sure that people understood what that meant. And so that's kind of how the business name came up. What started off as a one evening a week at the Indian Friendship Center turned into a number of iterations during the week of a Learn to Run program and self-defense for women and youth, and a fitness program, and from that it turned into going out into northern communities. There wasn't enough health and wellness programming in Indigenous communities across Saskatchewan, and in particular northern Saskatchewan. Over the last 8 years, I've been to approximately 30 communities around the northern province and the south and across Canada now, and programmed to close to 30,000 people. And I'm getting phone calls now from as far east as an Innu community in Labrador and as far west as Victoria Island for communities wanting to have engagement of fitness and how to do it. Today we're in Beauval, Saskatchewan, and I've been to this community now, I think this is my 4th time, including today where we're bringing a rugby program. Rugby is definitely a newer sport to Saskatchewan. Not as well known in the province and not as well known in the north. One of the things I do like about rugby is that there's a position for every body size, and the experience of the game doesn't have to be a necessity. We provide it at the beginner level, and we teach it so that it's successful for everyone. One of the positive things about it is it does give the opportunity for those guys and gals that maybe don't play a sport yet. It gives them an opportunity, and there's not a lot to it. You just need a rugby ball and a field. Sport is always something that kids like to play, and being able to learn a new sport sometimes is a little bit scary, so we want to make sure that it's fun. And I think that's a big thing about fitness too, is that it should be fun. You should be able to enjoy it. I've always been physically active ever since I was a little kid. My mom has often told me that I was a very busy young kid. And I had the opportunity to do a lot of outdoor sports with my family, and being out canoeing or learning how to ride bikes and playing sports. Sport was really important as a youth, and the opportunity to play soccer when I was a kid was something that taught me a lot of things, and rolled into hockey. And as I became a young adult, I joined the military at 17, and I found it really important to be physically active to do the job. And I became a police officer in Saskatoon, and through my career, physical activity was really important, because not only is it a physical job, but it's also mentally challenging. And understanding that the holistic way of living, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, that it all ties in together. So the physical portion had really always been a part of me, even if I didn't recognize it. And I think as I got older and I knew that I wanted to do something else after a policing career, and I'd worked in the community, in the inner city in Saskatoon, and I knew how important it was to provide opportunities for young people that just the opportunities aren't there for them. So by creating a safe environment for not only youth but adults in the inner city is really where the basis of the business started. There's no doubt in my mind that physical fitness will help mental health. It'll help spiritual and emotional. And I know this from my own experience of being a police officer and a soldier. And I know that it can definitely make change in people's lives. And I've seen it. I've seen it a number of times, and I see it every day, because it's a lifestyle. And once you've begun that, it will change. It'll change you, and for the better.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on maxTV Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sastel.com.
it.